Greetings everyone. My name is Tarshi Shalendra Singh and today we'll be talking about North Morris Pratt or KMP pattern searching algorithm. This algorithm is used to find all the occurrences of a given pattern in a text. Now we all know the importance of pattern searching algorithms. Whether it is a Word file or a database or a browser, all of them use pattern searching algorithms to search for a particular string. The naive algorithm has a worst case time complexity of order of m into n minus m plus 1, where m would be the length of the pattern and n would be the length of the text. The KMP algorithm uses the degenerate property of the pattern and improves the worst case time complexity to order of n. But what does degenerate property of a pattern actually mean? It means that the pattern has a sub-pattern which repeats itself more than once throughout the entire pattern. The KMP algorithm uses this property and avoids matching the characters which it knows will match anyway. Now let us move on to the actual implementation of the algorithm. The first step is pre-processing the data. But what does pre-processing mean and why is it needed? As we know that the algorithm skips the characters which it knows will definitely be present. But how does it know how many characters to skip? To find out, it pre-processes the pattern string to create an integer array which will tell it how many characters it's supposed to skip. This integer array is usually named LPS, which indicates longest proper prefix, which is also a suffix. As the name suggests, the value stored by this integer array at any index is equal to the length of the longest proper prefix, which is also a suffix, of the pattern string till that very index. Now let us take an example to understand this a bit more. Suppose we have a string ABC. Then the proper prefixes of the string would be empty string, A and AB. And the proper suffixes of the string would be empty string, C and BC. Now that we know what preprocessing is and why do we need it, let us actually preprocess a pattern.
Let us take a string AACAA and try to preprocess it. Initially, we'll have an empty LPS array. To find the value of LPS at index 0, if we look at the algorithm, we'll see that it explicitly states that the value of LPS at index 0 will always be 0. This means that the longest proper prefix or suffix of a single character is always 0. Can this be verified? Well, if we look at a single character, we'll see that the only proper suffix that it has is an empty string. And the only proper prefix it has is also an empty string. Since an empty string is the only proper prefix and suffix of a single character, the value of LPS at index 0 will always be 0, no matter what the string is. Now we move to the second element, which is LPS at index 1. If we look at the algorithm, we now have len as 0 and I as 1. Since pat len is A and pat I is A, and both of them are a match, we increase the value of len by 1 and store it as the value of LPS at index I. This makes the LPS at index 1 as 1. Can we verify it using our proper prefix and proper suffix theory? Well, if we look at all the proper prefixes of the string AA, we see that it has two proper prefix, which is an empty string and then the element A. Now, for the proper suffixes, it has an empty string and again an A. So, A is the longest common proper prefix and suffix and its length is 1. Hence, the value of LPS at index 1 as 1 is verified. If we move on to the second index, LPS, we'll see that len is equal to 1 and I is equal to 2. For len is equal to 1, pat len is A, and for I is equal to 2, pat I is C. Since they are not equal, we'll see whether the value of len is greater than 0 or not. Since in this case it is greater than 0, we'll change the value of len as LPN, len minus 1, which makes len is equal to 0. With len is equal to 0 and I is equal to 1, we again check for pat len and pat I. Pat len is again A and pat I is C. Since in this case len is equal to 0, we'll just consider LPS of I as 0, which makes LPS at index 2 0. If we try to verify it, we'll see that for the string AAC, the proper suffixes would be empty string, C, and AC. The proper prefixes would be empty string A and AA. Since it only has one common proper prefix and suffix, which is an empty string, the value of LPS at index 2 will be 0. For LPS at index 3, we'll consider the first 4 elements of the given string AACA. The proper prefixes here are empty string A, AA, and AAC. The proper suffixes here are A, empty string CA, and ACA. Here, the common proper prefix and suffix is empty string and A, the longest one being A. So, the value of LPS at index 3 should be 1. If we try to do the same using the algorithm, we'll see len is equal to 0, I is equal to 3, pat len and pat I match. So, increase the value of len and place this as the value of LPS at index I. This gives us the same result, which is LPS at index 3 as 1. Moving on to the last element, len becomes 1, I becomes 4. Pat len and pat I are again same. So, we'll get the value of LPS at index 4 as 2. If we do the same using prefix and suffix, we'll see that AACAA has the proper prefixes as empty string A, AA, and AAC and AACA. The proper suffixes being A empty string, A, AA, CAA, and ACAA. Here the longest common proper prefix and suffix is AA, which has length 2. So LPS at index 4 is 2. With this, we have completed the LPS array.
Now that we have pre-processed this pattern, let us try to find its occurrences in a given text.
Let us consider the given text and try to find the pattern AACAA in it. Since we've already pre-processed our pattern and found the LPS array, we can simply move ahead with our search. Initially, we'll have two variables I and j with values 0, which would represent the index of text and the index of pattern respectively. Since their values are 0, we first compare the first characters of text and pattern. Here in this case, since they are a match, we move ahead with our search by increasing the value of both I and j by 1. After that, we have I is equal to 1 and j is equal to 1. Here, the text and the pattern characters do not match. So, we'll be using the LPS array to find the new value of the variable j. We find using the algorithm that the value of j would be 0. So, we now have I is equal to 1 and j is equal to 0. Here again the characters do not match, so we again try to change the value of j, but since j is equal to 0, we cannot change it anymore. So instead we increase the value of I by 1. This means that at the index I is equal to 1, we cannot find the given pattern in the text at index I is equal to 1. Now we move ahead with our search at I is equal to 2 and j is equal to 1. We again restart our search for the pattern. Since it's a match, we move ahead. We keep increasing the value of I and j by 1 at any point where we find a match. As we can see that at I is equal to 5 and j is equal to 3, we again have a match. So we move ahead, and now at I is equal to 6 and j is equal to 4, we have a match and we have the value of j equal to the length of the pattern. This means that we have found the pattern, so we simply print that, and now we use the LPS array again to reset the value of j. Now, in the naive algorithm, we would have reset the value to the index 0, but here instead of index 0, we use the LPS array to find the new index, which means that we won't have to compare some elements, some characters which we know would be present anyway. Since we have the value of j is equal to 2 here, we do not compare the first two characters of the pattern anymore and simply start by comparing the third pattern which is present at index 2. Once we compare that, here we get a match, so we move ahead. We again get a match, so we move ahead. And finally at I is equal to 9 and j is equal to 4, we find one more match and we see that we've again found the pattern since the value of j would be equal to the length of the pattern. We again use the LPS array to reset the value of j. Again we find that j is equal to 2 using the LPS array. So we again do not compare the first two characters of the pattern, simply start the comparison with the third pattern. When we compare it, we see that it's not a match. So we check whether j is greater than 0 or not. Since it is, we simply change the value of j only, and using the LPS array, we find that j is equal to 1. At j is equal to 1, we again start the comparison. Here we get a match, so we move ahead. Here we do not get a match. So we again check the value of j. Here j is greater than 0, which means we can change the value of j. So we change the value of j using the LPS array. Here we can see it. Upon changing the value of j, we again start our comparison process. We get a match, so we move ahead. Again we get a match, so we move ahead. At I is equal to 13 and j is equal to 3, we have a match. And then at I is equal to 14 and j is equal to 4, we have a match, and we can see that the value of j is equal to length of the pattern. So we've again found the pattern. So simply print that. Now we can see that the value of I is equal to the length of the text, which means that we have reached the end of the text and we can stop our search. The result, the final output or the final result of this entire algorithm would look something like this.
With this, we have implemented KMP algorithm to find all the occurrences of a pattern in a given text. I hope you found this video helpful. Thank you for watching.